Emayatzy is here. So is Kerry Washington.
Yes.
And they are doing great stuff. And hi, baby.
Hi.
We just met, but hi
Yes,
to you.
yes.
It's amazing to meet you. I feel like
Such a
I know you
pleasure.
from the show now.
Such a pleasure. I am so excited to be here. I mean, you are Angie Martinez.
Oh,
Right?
stop
Legend.
it.
You know what I
Legend.
mean?
Where are you from
Legend.
originally?
I'm an Army brat, but Jersey and Kansas are home. South Jersey. South Jersey.
Where is South
5A off the Turnpike.
Oh, that's deep
Down
South
near
Jersey.
Philly.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, you're
yeah.
from Philly.
Basically.
Ish,
Basically.
yeah.
You from Philly. And you, boo.
Yeah.
BX Burrow.
Boogie down.
Tell me how long. Wait, you were born in the Bronx?
Born and raised in the Bronx.
When did you leave?
I left for college, so in 94, 95. But yeah, I'm always, I remember on the way here, I remember the summer that Hot 97 like came on the scene.
You
summer,
do?
yeah, I remember like the new state. It was like freestyle.
It was like dance music.
Yes, I remember that summer at the pool being like, "Yo, there's this new station," and so it's just always.
Oh my God!
So been with you the whole road.
I love that. I remember one time I don't know, something crossed. I don't know, maybe it was a social media thing where I was like, I don't know, something happened and I was like, oh, she's from the Bronx. She's like us. Like, I felt like, oh, that's
There's
what
this
that
warmth.
makes sense.
There's this warmth when you
are from
meet.
the same place and you
Yeah.
know, like you connected in a weird way.
Yes.
And then you went on and you did the Scandal and you became like,
yeah.
you can't go anywhere after that, right? Can you go outside after that?
I do. Well, in COVID, it's great because I get to wear a mask.
Yeah.
So that makes it really
But
fun.
it changed your life, right?
It did. It did for sure. I was lucky in that I had, over a decade of working in movies before that. So I wasn't completely new to the game because I think it would have been hard to absorb. Don't you feel like your career has prepared you for this moment when you step
Absolutely.
into number one? But yeah, Scandal was a game changer because it's different now. It's also tricky now because of streaming. You watch content on your phone, on your iPad, but back then there were like movie actors and TV actors.
Yeah.
And movie actors were like the people that you left your house and went dressed up and went on a date to go see. So there was like a distance. And TV actors were like in your living room. Like people would watch you every
Different.
week in their underwear. There was like a different kind of intimacy.
Yes.
So people suddenly there were no boundaries for me between.
And it's also different. So you're in a movie one time, like we see the movie.
once. But that weekly thing, it's
It's
like how many
different.
people in your real life do you have a standing date with once a week?
I don't see anybody every week.
Right?
Except these
I'm like
guys
my
here.
shrink. That's it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the shrink.
Important.
it.
Very important.
Very important.
Yeah, but I think for a lot of people, these shows become like
Yeah.
their shrink. It's
Yeah.
where you
Yeah.
process stuff. It's where you have your feelings.
Do you miss that?
The weekly being in people's homes, not really. Although I have a show. I'm doing a new show that comes out this spring in March.
Is it weekly?
So
Ever
it
gonna see
is.
you back?
Actually, I think we might drop all the episodes at once.
Oh, it's like for a streamer.
Yeah, but I like the feeling of being on a team. I like making
Yeah.
something over a long period of time. And my friends from Scandal, those are really, in a lot of ways, my closest friends because you have think about it. You have friends from high school, friends from college. You knew those people for like 4 years, but we were together for 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like marriages, divorces, babies being born, parents dying. We went through a lot together.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's amazing. And that was such an important. Shonda was so good at that,
She's
like
everything.
creating a role for like a black actress in a show it's not a black show.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
right.
like
It's for everybody.
It's for everybody's show, and you're so powerful, and so it was so important. It was so dope to have that character. Were you a fan? Were you watching?
Oh my gosh.
Did you know each other back then, or
No.
did you were just watching?
I was
like,
a fan of hers.
No,
Oh, you were a fan
I was
already.
a fan of her. She was on my vision board. She
Oh.
didn't know yet, but she was on my
There was
vision
a
board.
vision
Yes,
board?
there was a vision
She
board.
sent me a picture of
Was
it.
she Carrie as Carrie, or was she Carrie as Scandal? Was she?
No, she was
Olivia?
Kerry even before Scandal.
Okay,
This
okay.
is before Scandal. I'd
Yeah.
always been just a fan of her career and the choices that she made. So as an actor, looking up to another actor, she was one of my ones. And when I found my vision board, I was like, look at Kerry. And I sent it to her like, this was meant to be.
That's so
crazy.
cute. What else is on there? Was it
Well, she
$1
was-
billion on there?
Yeah,
It
right.
wasn't $1 billion
Time
yet.
for a new vision board. You gotta gotta upgrade. We need to glow up the vision board.
Yes.
Was there a boo on there?
There was a boo, there was a baby, there was a house, all the things.
And all the things you
all
have.
the things that I have. It really, it gave me chills when I pulled it out and said, wow, look at God. It was awesome.
Wow.
It was awesome, yeah.
So wait, tell me how this works. Just so somebody who needs some things changed in their life.
Yes.
So you make this board.
Yeah.
And somebody like Kerry's on there and other actresses
You
that
collect images, right?
Yeah.
Like from magazines or wherever you collect
words,
things that resonate.
you know,
with you.
phrases, any kind of thing that inspires you, whatever it is, you know, that represents the goals that you have.
Did you have a baby up there?
I had a baby up there,
And
yeah.
She has
A
a baby.
picture
And I have
of
a
a
baby.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just the desire, and specifically what stood out to me, I had a phrase, it said, women can be powerful. They can have a career and motherhood. Like I had that phrase cut out. And when I saw that one, I said,
Well, how long
even-
ago did you make this board?
this was about 10, 11 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm going home today.
Make the vision
I'm
board.
making a board today.
It's fun. You have to save them and then look back. I
Yes.
haven't done one in a long time,
Yes.
but it's amazing what you...
You made one?
Yeah, I made one years and years and years ago. Yeah.
Is Emayatzy on your vision board?
No. Because it was like 15 years ago, I think it's the last time. But I said to Emayatzy, what she said to me about my choices, I felt the same way about her. I felt like all along the way she was making such classy choices. The work she was doing was really special. So when she agreed to come in and read for this role, I was like, this is great.
Break that down for us a little bit.
What do you mean?
When you say about her choices, like what?
Like she's never taken, I've never watched anything she's been in and thought like, oh, she did that for the money. Like that was a cash gig. She's done, you know, she's worked with actors I really admire, like Don Cheadle. She's done really beautiful independent films, Ava DuVernay. She's worked with the best, most classy, smart people in the business, doing work that's about something, you know, that feels not just commercial, but like really artful and elegant. There's an elegance to her work. So when she wanted to come in for this, I was like, oh, we might have a little elegance up our sleeves. Because if Emayatzy's considering it, that's a good sign.
That's so sweet.
That is, Kerry, it just, the fact that I'm still sitting here with Kerry, it's still, you know what I mean? It's taken a lot
Why
of getting
would you
used
not
to.
be interested in that role?
Oh, that's a good question. I felt like in some ways this character to me was a more evolved, like updated Olivia Pope. She's similar to Olivia Pope enough that I didn't want to do that, but I thought she was different in really important ways. Like Olivia Pope, like you said, was kind of, especially at the time, because there hadn't been a Black woman as the lead of a network drama in 40 years. So in
That's
our first 2
crazy.
seasons of that show, we never talked about race. Ever. We never talked about her being a Black woman. And I do think at the time that let all kinds of audiences in. But now we live in a different world, right? Where we now have a character who gets to be unapologetically Black and everybody still sees themselves because we've opened up in terms of how we receive culture in this country and in the world, really. So I felt like this character, I wanted her to be different. I wanted her to be somebody other than Olivia Pope so that people could receive her. Because even though she's messy in similar ways, right? They're like these incredibly successful, messy Black women. But this character also to me is so important because she has some things that Olivia didn't in her three-dimensionality. She's got girlfriends, right? She's got a husband. She's got
Olivia
kids.
had no girlfriends. What was wrong with her?
No friends.
You have to
right?
have friends.
Gotta have
But
friends.
these are I think these are important
Yeah.
details that let the character be more more real, more human.
Yeah.
So I knew it had to be somebody other than me, even though the script was so damn good that I was like, I
know it was hard.
And
Good.
she had kids, and she has
Yeah,
kids.
she has
and
kids. She has a husband. She got some extra signs.
Yeah. Well, he put you in that position.
Thank you.
Look at you.
He put you. He made you have to go down that road.
did.
That
Nobody told me to
ultimatum is
leave.
not okay.
That's so funny. I don't want to say I just started. I haven't seen all the episodes yet. So, but for somebody who hasn't seen any episodes,
Yeah.
What do you want to? I mean, what is the elevator like pitch for the
pitch.
show?
Yeah.
What's the elevator pitch of the
Ooh,
show?
I mean, this show is spicy to start. You know what I mean?
say
By the
the
way, it's
least.
called Reasonable Doubt, which is so dope. And there's like a Jay-Z song or influence somewhere in every episode.
Every episode.
Every episode.
Every
Yeah.
episode. And
Well,
he
it's not
actually,
just Jay-Z. It's Reasonable Doubt.
the
right?
show is Reasonable
Yes.
Doubt, but every episode title is a Jay-Z
But not from the Reasonable Doubt album, just from Jay-Z
That's
in
right,
general.
right.
Yes.
Across
because
multiple
Ramla
albums.
Muhammad,
Our
she's
showrunner is a
loves
huge
it.
music head and
No,
a
you could
huge
tell by the
Jay-Z
song,
fan.
by the music that they use in the episodes.
Yeah. So she was very purposeful about that. I think the episodes, I mean, they really match the titles. You
Wait,
know
what's
what I
the
mean?
first episode called?
You
know?
Can I
Can-
live?
Oh, Can I Live?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Can I Live?
I saw Jay the other day and he was like hand over heart, like, oh my God, congrats on the show. Like so moved that we're honoring him in this way. It's really exciting.
Did he like it? Has he seen it or not yet?
I didn't ask him. I was nervous. There were other people around, so I didn't want to put him on the spot. But he was so happy. Yeah.
He's
That's
very
pretty
generous
cool.
like that. Like he likes to see people win, and which is great. But see, he would have had to at some point at least be approving the music,
Right.
Yes, for sure.
So there has to be some type of blessing on it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And for me, it was so, because I directed the pilot, so it was so fun for me to be able to put that music in. It's written in the script. It wasn't my choice, but to be able to like make those calls and have be in the edit and figuring out how to lay the song across her incredible performance.
What is she like as a director?
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
Carrie directs with so much joy. It's just she's like a joyful.
Like, what is her direction? Like, what's her first direction to you? It's like,
That means I bounce around a lot with the joy. I'm very
but in a very good way. It's like she's thoughtful about it. She's not like the directors who just come and tell you what what they think you're going to do. You know what I mean? She understands, I think, as an actor, knowing that we are creating this together. We're collaborating, and so she's very respectful of that. And so she comes with this wonderful warmth and joy, and that
Carrie.
opens you up. It opens you up, and you're free to play, and then on top of that, she has all of these smart and sharp ideas about, the story. And it just creates a space where you feel like you're being understood, you're being respected, and then that is what allows for a good performance, rather than feeling like you're just on your own and the director's doing their job and you just do what they say do, and that's not how it works.
It's not a good time.
It's not a good time.
And that's not
It's the
a good
truth.
time.
Thank you.
And then on top of that, she made it
and
looking
another
good.
thing.
She made it look good every day because she had on a fly sweatsuit every single day of filming. Remember, a brand new one.
I try to up
your
my
director
sweatsuit.
outfit?
Yeah, it's like
Director's
my
outfit?
closet full of sweatsuits.
A brand new one. I was like, Carrie, what you doing today? So
I
You wear a
love it.
sweatsuit?
I do. I wear a cute sweatsuit because
Okay.
I don't want to have to think about what I'm wearing in the morning. Because when you're a director,
Because you're not actress, Kerry Washington.
you have
you're
to
a director.
think about
Kerry.
so much.
Yeah.
Like that time when you're on set as an actor, where you get to like sit in your chair and read your book and relax, or go to craft service, like you don't have that as a director.
Got it.
Somebody's always asking you something. There's a million decisions to make every single day about a prop, about a lighting, about a costume, about every angle, a time. Are we breaking? So for me, I'm like, I can't think in the morning. I'm just gonna grab one of my 10 cute sweatsuits, and then that decision is done. And
Do you love it?
I do.
Yeah.
I do really love it. It's sort of what you were saying earlier about Jay. Like, I really like creating environments and opportunities where people win. I like being able to be generous to people in that way. Like, creating a space where people get to try to do their best work and to try to figure out how to help somebody get to their best work. Like, nothing makes me happier than when I see an actor surprising themselves and surprising themselves with how good they are.
Yeah.
Because I know how talented these actors are. Our show is filled with such incredible talent.
Yeah, it was Michael Ealy.
Yes,
I mean, it was
Michael
a whole
Ealy, Sean Patrick Thomas.
Yeah.
It's so McKinley Freeman.
Freeman.
So I as an actor, I hate going home at the end of the day and feeling like I could have done something better. I hate that feeling of being home, brushing your teeth, being like, damn, there was more.
I hate that
There was-
feeling.
Right?
Yourself
Like, there's more I could have done.
I'm not even an actress. I hate that feeling.
the worst.
So
Yeah.
I never want anybody on my crew to go home like that in
like
any department. I want everybody to feel like they put in their work. They did their best.
Yeah.
Go home with pride.
And it starts with the director creating that kind of environment, to feel that you can play and find your best work,
What did you do before? Did you do any of the Scandal episodes?
I did. I
Scandal?
directed at Scandal.
Was
I
that your
directed
first time
some.
directing? Yes.
I directed at Insecure.
Insecure. This last season too, right?
Yeah, both. But yeah, the last 2 seasons. And another show called Smilf that I loved. I directed there too. Yeah, and I did a couple music videos. I did a music video for for Common back in the day.
Which one?
For
I Want You.
I Want You.
You did
Yeah.
I Want
and
You.
Alicia was in the video, and Ye was in the video actually. Bunch of people.
You didn't have to say it like that.
Ye was in the video. Then that was so fun.
Forget about that part.
Yeah. And a couple PSAs. This is my first time directing a pilot, which is the first episode of a new TV show. So that was really exciting.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Issa must have been dope to direct.
So great.
Yeah.
Issa's so much fun to work with. And Yvonne.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole
That's a good set.
crew. And that happened because when I was going to direct at Scandal, I wanted to shadow some other directors on other shows that I really loved, just to get some inspiration outside of our Scandal universe, our Shondaland world. So I called Melina.
I love Melina.
Who doesn't love Melina? And so I was like, hey, can I come hang with you at Insecure and watch? And she was like, yeah. So I had shadowed there. So after Scandal, she called me and they were like, now you got to come direct over here. I was like, okay.
Wow. Do you ever let anybody shadow you?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah. I love to have people shadow me as a director.
I would love to shadow you.
Anytime.
Can I do that really?
Yes. Anytime.
You and me both. I'm going to shadow.
It's
them.
like it's like on my vision board to be able to learn how to do that.
You would be a
I'm gonna make
great
board.
director.
I'm gonna make a
Make a
board when
board.
I get home.
I think you would be a great director.
Do you think that?
I do.
People have said that to me, and I've written like little shorts and things like that, and I
Yeah.
always thought
Ah.
I would like to just make one of these little shorts by myself.
Yes.
Well, there you
But
go.
I don't feel confident enough that I know all the things that it would take. And I have some friends who are directors, but I haven't never really. The idea of shadowing somebody who knows what they're doing is like amazing. Would be an amazing opportunity.
But you also
Time.
don't have to
I
know
didn't
all
want
the
to book
things.
you guys.
Right.
I didn't book you guys in the show for opportunity
No,
for myself.
but you don't have
this
to
is
know.
important. This is important.
You
Okay.
really don't have to know all the things. It's fun to just get in there and surprise yourself with what you already know and then learn the rest as you're going
And
along.
then just be a good leader, which you
Yeah.
are,
Yeah.
right? She's an incredible leader. Everybody in here, right?
Well,
yes,
it depends on the
hey,
day.
yes.
It depends. They'll probably say it depends on the day.
So that you know how to do that.
I have a
You
lot
know
of
how to
great
do that.
sweatsuits.
Perfect.
That's all you need.
Check.
Carrie, I have so many sweatsuits.
But are they
Me
fly? They
too.
got to be fly. That's the thing.
Oh, of course they are.
Yeah,
Today,
yeah,
this is
yeah.
my travel sweatsuit, so this is like regular. But I have cute sweatsuits.
That's
I'm
all
gonna-
you
Yeah.
need. That's a good start.
All right, good. That's how
Yeah.
we're gonna go right there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so happy for you. I think we'll see more. You'll be doing movies and things like that, right?
Yeah, at
It
some
feels
point,
like that.
At some
That
point.
feels like it's gonna happen.
Maybe we'll see.
And you're at the beginning of this journey.
Yeah.
Are you feeling like are people in the streets like coming up to you yet, or is it still kind of too new? And
No, yeah, I'm feeling the love.
You are?
People
I
are
warned her. I said, wait till
invested.
you see these billboards. It's just going to be your face. And I remember the first time I saw a Scandal poster, I was like, I didn't get
Yeah.
out of bed for like 2 days.
Why?
I was freaked out. I was so terrified.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you want it, but then you see it up there, and it's a lot.
It's a lot. It can be overwhelming. You know, you taking it all in at the same time, trying to be present and experience it, while also keeping it at a bit of a distance. I think all things
You don't want
in
to drink
moderation.
your Kool-Aid, but you still want to
Yeah.
be like proud.
Yeah. You got to take it all, the criticism and the praise, you know what I mean, and not take too much of either.
weren't you I'm sorry, I just jumped all over the place. But weren't you in Jay's video?
Yeah,
What,
yeah,
the family-
Ava directed,
The
Ava DuVernay.
Family Feud.
Family Feud. Mhm.
Video. So that's when you worked with Ava, or you worked with Ava
one,
before?
And
no,
a-
we
and a
worked on
movie.
movie, Middle of Nowhere. It was like our first movie
Got it.
together.
Yes. And then she called you for the video.
Yes.
So you have like a
Yes.
little Jay-Z connect.
Exactly.
Was he on your vision board? Because clearly.
Maybe she was on his.
I was listening to it. Listening to Jay while creating the vision
I
board. more
wonder-
than likely.
Probably,
Yes.
right? Probably.
I wonder if Jay-Z has a vision board.
I doubt
Oh,
it. I
that
doubt
is-
it.
Why?
I know
Why
he's got some
doubt it?
goals. I don't know. It's an interesting idea. Like
Yes.
I'm gonna
Jay
find
sitting
out.
down with like scissors, cutting out pictures. I
He
don't know.
might have
I don't
someone else
know.
cutting, but he's
Yes.
No, he
doing
for
the
But mood
sure.
arranging.
boards, they love a mood board in that house. They do love a mood board.
There you
so,
go.
yeah.
A mood board.
Yeah.
The Jay-Z with the scissors, I don't see it.
Yeah, and like the glue stick. I
don't
don't
see
see
it.
him as
Maybe
like
not
a
that
glue
part.
stick
I don't see the
guy.
glue
Although with the
stick.
kids, who knows? Who knows?
See?
All right, so all the 6, how many episodes are up? 6 or 7? 6 or 7?
6
7?
came out
6.
last night.
Okay,
Six,
good.
and there's 9 total.
Yep.
It's a good time to jump in.
Yes.
The show is really
What do you mean 9
exciting.
total? Then it stops? So the
This
season.
Season.
Okay.
This season.
Are you picked up yet for a second season?
Not yet.
Oh,
See.
come
From
on,
your mouth to
guys.
God's
Let's
ears.
Let
let's-
everybody to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good. We'll make
So
sure everybody
exciting.
watches.
Yeah.
It's
You'll
a
get
great
picked
time
up.
to jump in because there's a lot of mysteries in the show, even though
Yes.
it's like there's a lot of sexy romance and a lot of courtroom drama, but there's
Lots of
also like
drama.
2 big mysteries that drive the show. So
Have you directed any of the sexy scenes?
I have, because there's some sexy
Yes.
scenes in the pilot. Yeah.
Yes.
How did that go?
That scene in the car. That was
Scene in the
like, that was
car.
my dad was like, let's talk about the scene in the car. I was like, let's not. Let's not, Dad. I don't want to talk about that with you. I barely wanted to direct
Right.
it.
I wanted to direct it, Kerry.
Because it's hard.
No, I know.
I was trying to be. I guess you didn't know that because I was trying to be so like professional
Yes,
for you guys.
no big
Like,
deal. This is-
totally.
Right.
But those
it's
scenes
still
are
awkward.
so awkward. They're so awkward.
They're not that sexy to actually film.
Yeah,
you
in
know
the
what I mean? In
moment.
the moment.
But wait, so you're in the car.
Yeah.
We're in the car.
Is Kerry in the car with you?
Were you in the car at that
No.
moment? You were right outside. The camera
I did keep picking my head.
was in the car, yeah.
Okay.
We're in the
shift
middle
a
of the
little
sexy
this
moment,
way.
and here comes Kerry,
Yeah.
you know.
If you could just move your hand a little bit to the right.
Open your mouth a little
Oh
bit.
God, oh God.
Was that a real direction? Was it real direction? she gave?
Sometimes.
Probably, yes.
We need you to open your mouth a little wider.
Sometimes the angle of the camera.
terrible.
So
you know?
terrible, right?
It's terrible.
I know. These
That's
directors.
movies and television,
You know,
right?
it's not. It looks sexy in the
It looks
end.
sexy.
In the edit room, we were like, "Oh, this is hot," but on the day, you're just like, "This is so awkward."
Pick your leg up. Wait, put it over on the other side.
So wait, okay. So what else do we? Because I want to make sure we get to these things. First of all, we got to make sure everybody watches so that we get picked up for a season 2.
Yes.
and tweet about it if you're watching. Tweet about it. Post about it on the gram. Like, let everybody know you're watching.
Yeah, and then you have other projects happening
I
too.
do. Right now, I'm in The School for Good and Evil, which is the
Netflix.
number 1 movie all over the world on Netflix. It's so
It's
exciting.
just your number 1 movie.
Just a
the
little
number
number one global phenomenon
While
that I
I
happen
do this
to
other
be
show
in.
too.
And then this I'm really excited about. I'm actually I'm in the middle of, I'm calling it my SOS tour. But SOS stands for Secretary of State, because I'm going to all these states in the midterms. You know, people sometimes don't vote as much in midterm elections because it's not a fancy presidential election. But these elections are when we choose our local officials, our state officials, and those folks are the people who really defend democracy, and particularly our secretaries of state, because they make sure that we have free and fair elections. So I'm going to some states like we were just in Georgia with a woman named B. Wynn, and I'm going to Michigan and Arizona. They all have Secretary of State elections, and also in Pennsylvania, there's a governor's race, and he appoints the Secretary of State. So I'm just trying to go places to remind people that we have to protect our right to vote. Like in 2020, people came out in huge numbers, and then all these laws came up all over the country, making it harder to vote and more difficult to vote. And that happens when people get scared, right? They get scared of our voice. They get scared of us coming forward and saying what we want for ourselves and our communities, and they're trying to make it harder to vote. And we can't have that in this country. Like, that's not what a democracy looks like. So we have to vote in the midterms. Early voting is happening now in a lot of places. Election day is the 8th. And I want people to know their power. You know, it's like we forget. These people, they
And you
work
leave
for
it to,
us.
and you leave it to other people to make your
Yeah.
decisions.
And meanwhile, we pay them. Like when we pay
Right.
our taxes, that's their salary.
Yeah.
We got to boss up. Like they work for us. So we
Yeah.
have to tell them what to do. We have to vote. We have to let them know that they have to be accountable to us. I know it's hard. I know it takes time. I know we don't always know who to vote for, but it's really, really, especially right now with the right to choose, with what's going on with abortion rights and
It's-
voting rights and
it's
the economy. And
terrifying.
we have to come out in the midterms. We just have to.
But they had a record turnout in Georgia the other day. I just
Yeah,
read because
early
of-
voting, the
yes.
numbers are huge.
High.
I feel
Highest
like
it's
not
ever
enough
been.
people are doing this work. Or I feel like, I don't know why I haven't been aggressive. Usually, like, there's a lot of noise around these midterms and stuff, and I don't feel like there's
It's not
a lot.
as much. I think people are tired. There's a lot of fatigue. And I do think people came out in such huge numbers in 2020, and there can be some frustration. Like, I wanted the administration to do this. I wanted this to happen. But presidents can't do everything. Like, a lot of this stuff happens locally. Even when it comes to electing judges and electing sheriffs, like we talk about police reform, that happens locally. That stuff happens locally. School boards, secretaries of state, attorney generals, governors races, like that's really important. Like in Georgia, it's Warnock, it's Stacey Abrams, it's B. Wynn, like it's Jen Jordan. Like these are the folks that we really have to show up for. Jocelyn Benson in Michigan. Like
Where do
these
you
are-
send people for quick, easy information?
Whenweallvote.org is great. It's a great place to go.
Everybody trusts Michelle Obama.
You gotta trust Michelle Obama.
I would do anything she told me to do.
Absolutely, in a heartbeat.
If she was like, I need you to lay down right here and lift your leg, I would just do it because
Yeah.
I would assume
Yeah.
it was the right thing to do.
And a lot of her work is nonpartisan. So if you're really looking for guidance on voting for candidates specifically in the Democratic Party who are defending the right to vote, we'll post a lot of that. So I can put that up on my socials and we'll have a lot of that going on. We'll be sending people in the direction. You can text me if you have questions or ask on social media, and we'll try to point you in the right direction locally too, as much as we can.
Good. Yeah, it'd be helpful to share some of that information.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so happy for you both. I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm in the middle of my episode, so I'm going on a plane ride today. So this is going to be my
download. I love it. I love it.
I don't know that
it.
every scene will be appropriate on a plane, but it's okay.
It's okay. Just have your AirPods.
They'll
in.
want to watch. They'll lean over.
Somebody
I wanna watch.
That's so funny. Congratulations. Season 2
you.
coming soon.
Yes.
Vision board. Got to put it on the vision board.
Everybody make a vision board.
Yes.
You must.
And
send us pictures. Post your pictures on vision board and tag me and Emayatzy so we can see your vision boards.
That is so good.
And Angie.
Tag us. I'm going to
Yes.
make a new vision board today.
Me
and it's
too.
going to include shadowing Kerry on set.
Yes.
And directing.
And direct. It's going to include
Some more
that.
sweatsuits.
Yeah, always more sweatsuits.
Always.
And I don't know what else.
And the right to vote that we get to keep it.
Yes, and our
democracy.
And a brighter democracy.
There you go.
Amen.
Forever.
Thank you for having
all.
us.
I love you
This was
guys.
wonderful.
Anytime.
Thank
Come
you
back
for watching.
Thank
Enjoy.
you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Same
again.
Travels. Thank you so
Emayatzy.
much.
Woo, woo. Kerry Washington. Ow! Spot 105.1.